Okay, say it really seductively today. You ready?
Ooh.
Okay. Kelly.
Penny.
That was a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Seductive day. Well, yeah, because this is not a very
Oh my
seductive.
God, this book.
It's going to be a fun one to talk about, though. I'm excited to talk about it.
As long as I don't get like too pissed off about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to go on several rants probably.
I kind of picked this book a little bit to make.
She was laughing so hard. She's like, "You're going to hate this book so much." And I was like, "Great,
Yeah,
thanks, Penny."
A little bit of me picked it because I just wanted to hear her go on tangents and how angry she is about stuff.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our wine before we jump into our book. Okay. You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
She's going to roll her eyes so hard
I cannot wait. I'm getting my eyes ready.
when I tell her about why I picked this. I have a white wine.
You do? This
Yes.
is different for you.
Okay, so the place I was at didn't have a giant selection, but when I saw this label, I got real excited and nerdy. And they didn't have a red variety in this. It's a special like thing, and it is a brand that has red wines, but they didn't have it here in this weird ass shady liquor store.
Oh, that is a lot of description of the liquor store. I like it.
Yeah, it's right next to a preschool.
Oh, that's even better.
I know.
Drop off the kids and go get your wine.
It cracks me up. Yeah. Okay, this is by Gnarly Head.
Ooh, you're gnarly head.
This is by Gnarly Head. But it's a special limited edition 1924. And I picked 1924. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, it's during Prohibition. But this book has an Olympic hopeful. And 1924 is the first year of the Winter Olympics. The first year that the Winter Olympics ever were. And they were...
Who knows that shit?
Me.
Who knows that?
Me, because I love the Olympics.
Who knows that walking through a grocery store and be like, oh, 1924 was the first year of the Winter Olympics.
It wasn't the grocery store. It was a weird-ass liquor store.
Well, whatever store you went
here,
through.
I was looking at all the labels, and I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I saw 1924, and I was like,
how do you remember that?
Because I fucking love the Olympics. And I am a fucking nerd.
I don't understand. I do not understand.
I knew she was going to be like, what the fuck? And I really wanted red so bad. But I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it. It's so perfect, right? And
She's a nerd.
She was going to be like, what the fuck?
I also remember my birthday. As much as never mind the Olympics.
As much as she like gives me, or as much as she like likes to make me angry, I was like, this is going to piss me off so much. So I like was like,
I don't understand.
I told you, if I'm like into something, I obsess over it and I remember all the things.
Oh man. All right.
So anyway,
do your thing.
So yeah, 1924 was when the Winter Olympics were first ever held. And of course I did the Winter Olympics. That's not when the first modern Olympics were held. Which was the Summer Games. That's 1896.
Oh, fucking God. Oh, my. How do you remember that?
Because that's the fucking Olympics. People pull stats up all the time for shit.
You are... Yeah, but they don't remember them. That's why they pull them up.
No, I mean, they pull them up out of their head.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Anyway.
You're backwards again.
Balls. Anyway. So this is a Chardonnay, but it's Scotch barrel aged.
Can you taste the Scotch in it?
Well, a little bit of the earthy flavor of Scotch. That's good. It says 1924, at the heart of the Prohibition era and wine's darkest hour. Dun, dun, dun. The heart of Prohibition and the year our winery first planted vineyards in California. During an era of gangsters and bootleggers, Americans would not be denied their favorite beverages. Okay.
I would be mad if I lived in North.
Well, yeah. Daring drinkers sipped wine on the sly, and Scotch flowed over the border into speakeasies across the country. In honor of that bold time, we present our 1924 Scotch barrel-aged Chardonnay. Golden, buttery Chardonnay is aged in Scotch barrels, creating a luscious, that's a good word, luscious,
Kelly really does sound like midnight hour with Kelly. Luscious wine.
Luscious. Luscious wine that is layered with apple and honey aromas, bold, smoky notes. That's the word I was trying to find. Smoky.
Bold, smoky
Bold,
notes.
smoky notes. Sweet vanilla and toasted oak. I'm going to do my color. It's beautiful. It's
It is a very pretty
nice
color.
golden color, like mead, kind of.
Yeah,
which would be the honey. That would make sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look, you got sexy legs on there.
Shh, we're not looking at legs yet.
I'm just...
I know, I do. I noticed that earlier. I noticed my legs earlier. Okay. I'm going to do this.
Swirly, swirly, swirly.
Which we already established it's got the legs, but still. Oh, yeah.
Look at those legs.
Look at them. They're beautiful.
Those are long and sexy.
Dripping down because, it's got to be pretty viscous because of the honey and things. Did you notice that? Viscosity. Ooh, it does have a good honey.
Ooh, what is that?
Apple, it says on here. I didn't get.
I don't get the apple.
I thought it was like a more peachy.
There's a peach. I think it's peachy too. I smell that honey though. That honey is strong.
That's strong honey.
Ooh, kiss test.
I've already had a whole bunch, but it's so good.
Damn it! I didn't do a good one. I'm sorry.
It is. It is
it.
cool. Like the buttery flavor of Chardonnay comes through. It's very honey. You get the honey right on the front. It's got a surprise finish. That butter comes in at the end.
It does come in at the end. Ooh. Mm-hmm. That butter does. Ooh.
Yeah. It's like a sneaky.
It's like a party in your mouth.
It's a sneaky butter.
There's
a lot happening in there.
There is. Like it's on the outside of your tongue.
Ooh, you do get apple at the end.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Wow. You get it all around the edge of your tongue. You don't get on the...
You get it all on the edge.
Yep.
It's an edging wine.
It's an edge. Yeah, it is an edging wine. And you get it just in your, middle of your cheeks.
Yeah, and you do get that smoky, earthy flavor like Scotch.
Yeah.
But it's not peaty like Scotch.
No, it's just kind of like roaming around in your mouth.
This one's a roamer.
This one's a roamer, an edger.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good one.
And then... Yeah, and you get that oaky. You get the oaky like an oaked Chardonnay. Wow.
I'm getting more of the smoky taste as I leave it.
Yeah. It's buttery and then it's multi-layered.
There's a lot of layers to this one. Holy cow.
It's so good.
Wow.
This might be my favorite white wine.
This is like a multiple dick one.
This is you better get yourself ready again because I'm going in.
This isn't just one person. This is multiple people. There's a lot going on.
This is like, did you see the show Carnival? No, you didn't. There's a situation called a lunch counter.
Ooh, I'm still getting more stuff going on in my mouth.
It just keeps coming.
This is a good one.
So there's a situation called a lunch counter where it's a woman and she's laid out and the dudes line up to like taste her and, eat her out. Lunch counter. Get it?
I get it.
It would be like that except
multiple dicks.
Right.
Yeah. This
like,
is
you just go down like with dudes lunch counter.
This
like
is
a buffet. A buffet.
Yeah.
Not a salad buffet, a meat buffet. a skewer buffet.
Oh my gosh. It's like honey, a person with honey, and then a person edging you.
Yeah.
And then a person buttering you, and then a person smoking you.
Smoke, and then oak, and then
a lingerer.
And then there's apple.
And then there's an apple at the end. Just squeeze.
There's so much here.
That is a lot going on.
And then you're just swallowing it all.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a lot going on in that wine. You are going to highly be disappointed with my wine. Oh my. Well.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone second.
Yeah, I think you should have. I got prophecy. And I got this because I knew Kelly was going to hate the book. So you prophesied.
She's prophesying that I'm hating the book.
I was like,
The labels are always so pretty on Prophecy, too.
This one is a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
But it's fizzy. It has a little fizz to it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh, God, this is so good.
I'm going to cherry chew in a minute.
No, you're not.
There's tropical fruit. Tropical fruit and floral is supposed to be in there. And a light citrus.
Supposed to be in there?
It's supposed to be.
You didn't read your whole label? Is it not a sexy description?
No, you go all out on it.
Well,
Mine is not.
My description was sexy.
I don't have a nighttime
Wait, look at your color first.
Oh, the color is very light.
Very clear, yeah.
Isn't Pinot Noir very light?
It is the lightest of the reds, yeah.
Well, this one's the lightest of the light. I'll keep it though.
Wait, then you're supposed to look for your legs.
Oh,
which
I
you don't have.
any.
Oh,
I
you
do!
You do have some.
I do have some legs.
Ooh, they're kind of nice.
Yeah, those are sexy legs.
Yeah.
Well, good job, Prophecy. Oh, you get the fruity smell.
Yeah.
And the citrus. The citrus is like the big smell in there.
I get a little floral, too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you and your advanced smelling techniques. I'm going to do the swisher test. Ooh, this one's on the front. There's nothing in the back. It's just all right here. The tongue and the lips. Let me see if I can smell the floral now. Oh, now I can smell the floral.
It is all in the front. It's tart. Very
it's
tart.
And it's all right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh,
Very citrusy.
Very citrusy. I drink any white wine, so it is a little fizzy, which kind of distracts me a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It seems very typical for a Pinot Grigio.
this seems like a
Just like middle of the road.
you know
like,
what? This is like a good college blowjob.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just kind of there,
It's just there.
Yeah.
Like you're just learning what you're doing.
just learning it and figuring it all out, and it's right in the front, and you take what you can get. Yeah,
Like you haven't quite figured out how to deep throat yet.
yeah, it's all kind of right in the
Are you swallowing?
In college age, I would have swallowed. In adult age,
More of a discerning palate.
like,
Maybe we'll just splash it on my face.
you know what? I'll do it this time, but I'm probably not gonna go back for seconds.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready to talk about this book, Kelly?
Let's talk about this like shit show of a book. Sorry to anybody who likes it. I was not a fan.
So we're gonna talk about
Icebreaker.
by Hannah Grace.
Oh, were we going to say the author? Because I'm going to shit can it. So I don't really want to talk
Kelly's
about
really
the author.
excited. Well, we made a post for people to comment on their thoughts on this book. So I wanted to share some of them because they were so amazing that we could not pass them up.
They're really great.
Low Gold _author. She is really cool about making quick, short descriptions about books.
They're like bad blurbs.
They're awesome.
They're so great.
So she says, you think you're getting a cute book about a puck bunny, but really it's about a bunny hopping on D.
Yep, that's pretty much what
pretty
it is.
much is.
Rogue _reads_romance. Could have done without that. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't recommend it. It's like buying sushi at a gas station. Like, do you want it? Are you interested in it? You are, but is it a good idea? No. Rogue's hilarious.
We got a message sent from one author who said, everything right now is a cartoon cover. I'm sorry, but cartoon covers are for rom-coms, not sports.
Yes, and I had said, it reminds me of a Babysitter's Club book.
Yeah.
You know, I got another message this morning about also the cartoon cover book, and she's a teacher, and she said one of her students was reading it, and she didn't think anything of it because she just thought it was like a cutting edge ripoff, which it is. And she was like, is this a dirty book? Because one of my students was reading it. And we were like, oh, yeah, it's a dirty book.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably totally 18 plus.
Yeah, it's definitely an 18. Yeah, do not let students read this book. Jessica Lee said, I love this one. Nate made me absolutely melt.
Which he is super sweet.
He's a little too sweet for me.
A little too much. We got another one from our friend Stephanie, who owns Safer Space. She says, as a former figure skater and current pervert, I give this episode a 9.8 already.
And then we had Stay at Home Reader said, I really enjoyed it when I read it. There were a couple of annoying tropes from the characters. I agree. Like the idea of him being a stand-in partner and her food obsession. Having a boyfriend demanding you to eat is not okay. Agreed.
Yep. And then we have Sammy C. Joe. This book was the good kind of cheesy and steamy. The hockey players' characters and personalities were lovable, and, well, Nathan was just that boy next door that could rock your world kind of vibe. Which, yeah. True. It's not an unattainable fantasy to read. True. Not a mafia guy or a king of the underworld, but definitely the guy that can make a girl hot and bothered. It's no dark romance, but definitely a good read with some spice.
I mostly enjoyed this book just because I would read certain things and
She knew
start... I just started dying laughing because I knew how much it would bother Kelly. So if you want to read it to know like how much torture I put Kelly through, this would be a great one. She
definitely did when we were picking books. She was like, like evil laugh. She's like, you're going to hate this so much.
She did. So it's about a girl called Anastasia and Nathan.
Not a girl named Anastasia and Nathan.
Did I just say that? We've had a little wine. So she's kind of a bitch.
Oh, she's off.
Don't know if any cinnamon roll such as Nathan would ever stick by her this whole time. But in this book he did. I don't know in real life if this would... I don't think this would
He puts up
happen.
with so much fucking shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit from her. She wants to go to the Olympics. He's going into pro. Something happens to his ice arena thing that he can't practice there, so they have to share their ice, and she's a bitch about it. And
she's so fucking awful.
So she's really pissed about it that she has to spend or share her ice time, and it kind of goes from there.
And it's a total cutting edge ripoff.
It is. I mean,
but not as well. And it also takes half the fucking book to get to the point where he steps in as her partner. Like, this book could be half as long as it is.
Yeah, it could be 200 pages, and it would be
it would basically do the same thing.
But if you have not read Icebreaker, please pause and come back if you want to read it. If you don't want to read it after hearing all of our positive reviews, please stay and listen to the rest of it because I'm sure you're going to be thoroughly entertained. Yeah. So are you ready to jump in?
Yeah.
All right. The whole thing with the ice arena happened. They have to share their space. So Nathan invites her and her friend to a party. And the party's at Nathan's house. And
which is like the hockey team house.
And he's really excited that Anastasia is there. Like, ooh.
He's just all over like a sweet dude.
Yeah, he's like very cinnamon roll. Like, I would say he is the definition of that.
Yeah. And he's like the captain, the team captain, hockey team captain,
yeah,
like all over. And he takes that role seriously.
He does very seriously. She's still being mean to him while she's at his party.
She's a fucking bitch.
She is. And she needs to use the bathroom. So he offers to...
He's like, I've got a private bathroom in my bedroom. Like,
yeah,
then you don't have to wait in line. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. But she comes out and he's like, can we please be friends? And she's like, I'll put you on probation.
Can we please be friends? Can we please be friends? Can we please be friends? From the 70s. It's in the movie Dazed and Confused. Should you like to check it out?
So she uses the bathroom. He wants her to go on probation. Or he wants to go on probation.
She's like, you're on probation.
Oh, that's right. That's where I was.
And she's like, so, like, her temper tantrum she throws about them sharing ice is beyond.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. They're in his room. They start to flirt a little bit. Then he asks if she's ever going to forgive him. And she says...
Ooh.
Da, 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 da.
She's awful. Do you know how many times, and she reused the same phrase over and over and over again, like how many times somebody pulled their hand down their face?
Yes.
She says, I told you, you're on probation. Raking a hand through my hair, the groan that slips out is pure frustration. That isn't a yes. Do I need to get on my knees and beg you, Anastasia? Is that what you want? She shakes her head and laughs. The only time I ever want to see a grown man on his knees in front of me, Nate, is when his face is between my legs. So no, I don't want you to beg me. She's a fucking idiot. I remember when we did Slasher Pass and it was hilarious. And you were like, and Isley, dumbest girl in the world. I think Anastasia takes that crown.
Oh, yes, she does.
She does.
I was wondering, I was like, maybe this is a slasher rom-com. Maybe this is like...
Maybe it's a slasher rom-com in disguise. Aaron could be the slasher, that fucking dude.
And it was, anyways, we'll get there.
But like, she acts like she's surprised when he's like, okay. And he gets on his knees and eats her out, proceeds to eat her out. Like, she's like, why would you do that? Because you
just said.
You just told him to, dude. Like, she's awful.
So they have lots of sex in between this. We jump to chapter 19, which is the Halloween party. And there's a Halloween party.
Yes.
And then as they're all drinking and having a great time, Erin shows up.
Dickbag Erin. We have not mentioned Erin. That's her partner, her skating partner.
Yeah, Erin is weird. Like, he controls her diet. He is very, like, controlling of her schedule and how she does things. Yeah. And he's constantly making comments about her.
We haven't said anything about her diet yet. There's a lot of really bad, more of this like grumpy stuff.
So Erin comes in. He's kind of jealous that she is sleeping with Nathan. Mm-hmm. And he comes in and his arm is all wrapped up and hurt. And Anastasia's like, what happened?
She freaks. He's super manipulative.
Very
narcissistic. He's
like
terrible.
To the T. Mm-hmm. It's bad. And he's like, ask your boyfriend. And so then she gets all mad at Nathan and they run away crying and
she,
screaming.
Of course, doesn't like ask him at all his opinion. He doesn't even get a chance to like say, like Shaggy, it wasn't me. The worst song in the world. I hate that song. But she doesn't even ask him like what happened. She just automatically takes this dickbag side.
And we go for about like 5 or so chapters of them not talking.
Everything is dragged out.
It kind of reminds me of a middle school. Mm-hmm. If middle schoolers went to college, this is what would happen.
If middle schoolers got drunk every day.
Yeah, this is what would happen. So then they, after a couple weeks, Anastasia and Nate figure it out. They start fucking again. And then he offers to become her partner.
Yeah, well, because Erin is like apparently cleared to skate again, and they go to a competition, and then his wrist gives out, and he fucking drops her on the ice.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He's an ass bag. And so then he can't skate again for like 8 weeks. Yep. And then Nate can't play hockey because he takes the fall for it because Erin blames him. And it's so stupid and soap opera, like 12 years old.
I really thought there was going to be like a good, like some kind of like climax, you know, like, oh, all of this is revealed. There wasn't.
No. So anyway, so Nate's effectually benched anyway because he just took the fall for it because he's like, nobody fucking did this. Erin's doing something shady, but whatever.
So they have all this like bonding.
I was surprised there wasn't a toe pick scene.
It was something.
We should just watch Cutting Edge tonight.
I don't know if I want to watch that movie after reading this book.
Oh, but it's so much better than this fucking
I don't
book.
know if I can do it. When would you have stopped reading this book if it wasn't for the podcast?
Oh my God, about 50 pages in.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. I was like, probably by chapter 3, I was like, I'm done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Toe pick.
So
I love the Cutting Edge. Anyway.
So they become partners, bonding, mutual, like they don't
not
have
at
sex.
competition. It's not a competition. It's just for him to help her like be able to practice.
Yeah, but
stuff.
she says no sex while they're partners.
Yeah, because they're just partners.
They break that rule, but
yeah,
there is no sex. Well, they say that, and then anyway, so it's coming to the end of their time, and they're having a big celebration at their house for one of the wins of the hockey player team thing. So there's a
hockey player team. It's a hockey game, is what it is.
So Anastasia falls asleep on Nathan by a bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and then, so Nathan jumps up and he goes running into the house and she's like, what's going on? So then her best friend
like,
is calling her.
Fucking stay here. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's running in the house and she
of course, doesn't listen.
Runs after him.
And her friend calls her because she's upstairs, like banging his buddy.
Yep.
And she's like, there's a fight in the house. Like, stay. Her friend also says, stay there. I'll find you when it's over. Because it's like, there's a fight in the house. It's not safe. And she, of course, is like, and I'm tiny. Figure skaters are fucking tiny. Short, tiny.
Yeah. So she walks into the house.
Also,
This is another rant. I know it. It's
it
coming.
is incongruencies. Okay. She got the shortness right. But figure skaters are short and tiny. Tiny. And he keeps talking about her luscious ass and her big tits. No.
Side note. So she goes into the house.
Her body is not. No. She would have, like, she would not have tits and ass. Okay.
So she goes into the house and she sees Nate holding Aaron up against the wall by his throat. And she immediately blames him for it.
Yeah. Like, more of me hating this girl. What does this fucking dude have to do for her to trust him?
It's true.
It's ridiculous.
She finds out that it was actually Henry, the sweet little boy child.
Yeah, and she's like, cannot believe it. And he's like, what the hell? Like, why is it so unbelievable to her that he could throw a punch at somebody when, like, when Nate says, I didn't do anything, it's like complete opposite. Like, she's like, I cannot take your word for it that you didn't do anything. But then when somebody says that Henry did do something, she's like, I don't believe it. Yeah.
So then afterwards, they take her to bed or whatever because she's all emotional. So she goes to bed and they said that they'll talk in the morning. So they talk in the morning and they kind of tell her everything that Aaron has been saying, which, like, is kind of
behind her back.
Yeah, behind her back. And so I'm a little bit sensitive to the adoption stuff. And it felt like a very adoption slamming cliche of what you would say to an adoptee kid. Like, it wasn't, I don't know. It was kind of slamming adoption a little bit.
Yeah. And I think the whole book kind of plays on, like, adoption, like, cliche stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it really
she goes
did.
on a lot about, like,
And
kind of
maybe-
tropes on, like, adoption feels.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe she was adopted, but, like, from the adoption point of view, where I didn't like how they used that as a negative thing.
As,
in
like,
here.
a negative trope.
Yeah, it was not, I wasn't a fan of that. So, after all of that, they decided they're going to spend the holiday together. And so they go to her house for a couple days, and then they go to his mansion, and they stay there. And
His dad owns a ski resort.
yeah, so they're staying in this big fancy house all by themselves. And there's a lake out the back that they can go ice skating on, and they do that a couple times. And then he's like, I'm going to go out. You stay here by yourself.
He left her a note.
Yeah.
Because
You
he
stay
knows she
here,
loves
I'll be
snooping.
back.
So he's like, have fun snooping around the house.
So she gets her ice skates.
She's she's so
You
fucking
kind of knew what was
stupid.
coming. As soon as she grabbed her ice skates, I'm like, this fucking idiot.
I'm trying to have a Snow White moment. I'm making friends with a deer. Tra la la, ha ha ha.
She's skating on the ice and she sees a deer. And so she wants to go up to a deer. Has anyone ever went up to a deer and they stayed there? No. No one has ever petted a deer in their yard or wherever.
Has everyone, anyone ever thought? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is that stupid because she's from Seattle and then she lives in LA. Maybe she thinks that a deer will stay there. Maybe she really.
The princess song. I think she really did think she was a Disney princess and she was going to get this deer.
Well, she said I was having a Snow White moment and everything. Like, is she really that stupid that she thinks the deer will, like...
So then she goes over to the deer by the woods.
She skates over to the deer.
Yes. And Nate calls her. And he's like, where are you? And she's like, I'm going to make friends with a deer until you called and scared it away.
So the deer the deer skated away. The deer had ice skates on because we are in a Disney movie. Oh, Bambi didn't ever wear skates.
But he kind of was Bambi on ice.
Oh, boy.
Anyways,
Okay.
so then...
She didn't make that noise.
so then... This is so bad that I'm laughing at this. So then he's like, don't go over
She
there.
fucking deserved
It's
it.
not safe. And as he's saying that, he hears her scream and she goes through the ice. Kaplunk. Well, I guess she's really skinny, so it would be like splish.
Well, I don't know. She's got tits and ass.
Oh, so maybe it is a kaplunk. Well, maybe.
But, you know, if she did have those boobs, she would be floating.
Yeah. So he runs out there all heroic and shit, and he slides the life thing, and he does all
Life
the right.
preserver,
Yeah.
and he gets
He doesn't
her-
call an ambulance when he gets her out. He warms her up, and then he takes her to the hospital.
He warms her up in the shower. But also, incorrect, because he puts warm water
Are you
on
supposed
her.
to put like
Cool water
Because isn't that going to throw your body into shock?
into shock.
I
Yes.
thought that too. I was like, I don't think this is right.
I was like, that's not right.
So don't, if you drown in an ice pond, don't
If
follow
you're someone
Icebreaker's
who's
rules.
suffering from hypothermia.
And you don't take our word for it either. Take a medical professionals.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he takes
He did everything wrong, which
But she lived.
he did everything wrong, which accentuates the point that he should have just fucking taken her to the hospital right away.
Yes. So he didn't. But he
Everybody's a
got her there.
fucking idiot.
Kelly loved this book so much.
I'm sorry, Jessica. I know you like it, but no. This is the first time our brains do not align.
Oh, so he saves her. He's the hero in this case. And so then.
He's an accidental hero. He's a lucky hero.
So.
Oh, but when they're in the shower, that's when they finally are like, oh, I thought I died. I thought you were going to die.
Oh, yeah. They
I
finally,
love
oh,
you. They
thank
finally
fucking
say.
God. It took like how many chapters? Like 15 chapters to get there?
The threat of death makes them say they love each other.
Yeah, so they got there.
Fucking
eventually.
dumbasses.
They give each other gifts, and she puts him on the table and ties him up and gets some fun food out of the fridge.
And I know Penny was like, fuck no, fuck no,
I
fuck
know, I
no,
was
fuck
like,
no. I was like, this is not for Penny.
Play, not my thing. But then his sister walks in, and I was actually like, oh, maybe this will get interesting, because at this point, I'm
Ew,
not.
but you don't want to do it with the sister.
No.
Oh.
The food is gonna get interesting at least. At least there would be some cool sex scene.
Yeah.
But the sister walked in and ruined it. So then I wanted to put this one in here just because. So they go out to lunch with his dad. His dad is fucking hot.
His dad is a fucking dick.
Oh, but he's so fucking hot.
His dad's awful.
I messed up. I thought his dad was super hot.
I know.
So
I was like age.
Maybe she's gonna go after the dad.
I was like age gap for Penny. But then I read the chapter.
Maybe.
I read the chapter and I was like, he's fucking awful. He's so awful.
I would take it. So
Although he sounds like she said, he looks like how Nate would look in 30 years.
yeah,
so
and
he'd
he
be
wasn't
hot.
a cinnamon roll. Like he looks like he would be somebody that knew what he was doing, and it would be
Yeah, but he's
okay.
fucking terrible, and he's also controlling what his daughter's eating, and he's not listening to her.
I know.
He's
but
terrible.
We glazed over a lot of parts in the book. We can glaze over that part.
He's fucking awful.
So then, after the hot dad,
He's awful.
We move on to chapter 48, which is when Nate finds out what really happened to Aaron's arm, which it sounds like he just heard it playing football.
Yeah, so like they're playing a hockey game against UCLA, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're pretty good friends with these dudes." So Nate's talking to them, and then the guy's like, "Oh, I know that guy. He did not fall outside of the locker room. We were playing football, and he hurt himself. He fell catching a football.
Yeah, that was
Dick
it.
bag supreme."
So then Nate's like, I'm going to go to Anastasia's competition. So he drives over to the competition.
Can you do that Nate voice again?
Oh, I'm going to go over. You're a And so he goes and watches her competition. And after she does this perfect synchronized ice thing,
It's called a program?
Oh, I think I like it like synchronized swimming, but on ice.
No, there is ice dancing.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. Ice dancing and figure skating are different.
Okay. So after their synchronized ice movement.
No. Penny, you're so mean to me.
Aaron kisses Anastasia.
They
Big
do a
old
flawless
juicy-
program.
Yes, and then he kisses her.
Then he grabs her and fucking kisses her center ice.
Yeah, and so she's like, I can't pull away because there's cameras on me. It's flash, 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 flash,
And
flash.
Nate's sitting there watching.
Yeah. So then afterwards, they slide off the ice, and Anastasia's like, I can't do this anymore. That was the final straw, which I don't understand why the other 20 red flags before wasn't her final straw. But okay, this is her final straw. Got it. Cool. Aaron punches Nate in the face.
No, Nate punches Aaron.
That's what I meant. After that, Nate drives her home. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, well, yeah. So they qualify for the next, like it puts them in the first place, but she's like, I don't fucking care. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm doing it solo.
I'm going to single skating.
Yep. And so then...
And Aaron's pissed, but she's like, fuck you, dude.
The epilogue's coming, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And the epilogue was that she's pregnant, and then he proposes
yeah.
to her. So they lived happily ever after.
Everything about this pissed me off so bad. It was just like...
But now I want to play a game with you.
Yes, please.
Okay, so my 3 people for you are Ian the dad, Kitty, remember the girl at the beginning?
Oh, God, that one girl.
And Aaron.
Wait a minute.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Those are my options? They're all awful.
I know. So Kitty, Aaron, and Ian, the dad.
I fucking hate all these people.
I know. So who would you
You're
marry,
terrible.
fuck, kill?
Marry Kitty.
Really?
She's the worst, or she's the least awful out of everybody.
I guess you're right.
Kill Aaron.
Yeah. Fuck the dad.
He's terrible,
Yes.
but he's the most attractive.
The most fuckable. Fine.
Brady the coach.
Ooh.
The ice skating coach. Faulkner the hockey coach.
Oh my. Okay.
Or the athletic department dean.
Oh my gosh, that is brutal. Okay.
Yeah.
I would kill Brady. I would marry the hockey coach, and I would fuck the dean.
Okay.
That's
I get, because the hockey coach seems to like know what's up.
yeah, and he's a good family man. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the dean, he's a boss. I can.
Who cares?
fuck him
Just
once
one and done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like Brady. Okay. These
Yeah,
are
she
your
was awful.
next 3. The
Okay.
3 that you'll like.
Your little like. Okay.
Nate. Robbie. Henry.
I knew you were gonna do this. People are probably gonna hate me.
Yeah, they are. Because I know exactly who you're going to kill right now.
Henry.
Really? You would kill Henry?
I think maybe.
You wouldn't marry Henry?
He's too much of a pushover.
Wow, you would kill Henry. Whew.
I guess Robbie, because he's
Who would
got.
you do him?
Huh?
Would you kill him?
Yeah. I'm like, just like, I guess Robbie. I guess kill Robbie.
Okay.
Because he's got like no personality in
Yeah,
this book.
I would
he's,
agree.
He's just there.
Yep.
Sorry.
Who would you fuck?
Nate seems like he'd be a pretty good fuck, right?
Yeah, he does. He's got a pretty big dick.
I don't know if I'd want to be married to Henry. He seems like too much of like a stuffed animal.
Ooh, so who are you going to fuck and who are you going to marry?
I know. I don't know if I think I'd get bored with Henry.
I could see that. So you
So
just
I
fuck
think
him
I'd
once?
just fuck Henry one and done and then marry Nate.
Okay.
And then I'd just ride that Stanley Cup train.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would. JJ.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I'd fuck that dude.
Heck yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah. JJ. Lola.
Oh.
JJ, Lola, Ryan.
I would kill Lola. She's a little annoying to me.
She's a little annoying.
I would fuck Ryan, marry JJ. He's a good time.
JJ's fun.
Yeah, he
I love
is.
him. I think he was my favorite character.
He was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if I would ever recommend this to anybody. But
I don't know. It's like I would recommend it like I would recommend gas station sushi.
yeah,
Rogue, thank you so much for that analogy.
it really is perfect.
It is.
I don't know why it's so popular.
I have no idea.
I'm really sorry, Hannah Grace. You are.
I'm sure you're amazing. And like Ariana
I
had
love
said,
how you tried to add everything in there. Like you did a good job trying to include everybody.
and like Ariana
it's just
had
not
said,
our
yes,
jam.
It's not our jam. And I'm sure for other people, it probably totally is their jam.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like Ariana had said in our interview with her, like, this is somebody's dream. So we never want to, like, bash an author.
Right.
It's just not
It just wasn't for us.
not for us. And especially someone who's a hockey freak. I don't know if you noticed this, but I love some hockey.
Yeah. This is an opinion podcast. So this is not everybody's opinion. This is just our opinion. Hannah Grace, keep doing what you're doing. Keep writing.
The writing, like,
It was fun writing.
as, like,
The back and forth.
technique wise, fabulous.
Yeah.
Great.
And the back and forth between the characters was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing. But-
We're definitely more dark and gritty, whatever.
Yeah.
But this was, Penny just did it specifically because she knew it would make me mad. So,
I know. Now I
and,
learned my
like,
lesson.
especially she knows that, like, I am, well, we've known this before, but even Until I Get You was a darker hockey, even.
That was a dark one.
Yeah.
That was good.
But I still got mad about that one.
She did.
Because it was not right about hockey. So,
But let's talk about next week.
okay, yeah, I'm very excited about
I know
next week. And I hope it doesn't let me down. I'm so excited.
I know. Tell us about it, Kelly.
I don't even know a whole ton about it. I just know it's also getting very popular. So I hope we have not had a great track record with popular books because we haven't seemed to like a lot of the popular books.
Yeah.
Some of them we do. It's Bride.
Bride
It's so exciting.
by Allie Hazelwood.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's been getting super popular. It's vampires and werewolves and but also like
Kelly's
way
dream.
cool. Yes. And like just the like cover art is gorgeous and just I'm so excited.
Yeah. So join us next week to listen to that. It won't be Icebreaker. Don't worry.
And I hopefully won't get mad about that because I also have big opinions about vampires and werewolves.
It's a good thing this is a podcast about opinions. All right, Kelly, you ready?
Yeah.
Yay!